I was just thinking about like the emotions that people feel when they're making a decision on whether they're going to wear alternative hair, whether that's like a mesh system or whether that is a wig. And I just wanted to talk about like some of the emotions that are normal and some that you should really be listening to. So for me, an emotion that you should listen to all the time is your gut, and when you're choosing a specialist. So I might have a client who aligns with me instantly and feels comfortable, and we get on and we know that we can communicate. I might get another person that comes to me and we don't align. Doesn't mean that I'm good or bad or that she is confused. It just means that as two people we're not aligned, and that means that we're not going to be able to communicate what the person wants, what's expected, what I need them to do, and what they need from me. And this can lead to a bad experience for the client and for the specialist. A thing that I think is quite a normal emotion is a little bit of anxiety, because this is a whole new experience. There's so many things attached to hair loss, which could be trauma. Obviously, people can still be going through trauma, be like in a medical situation. It could be like accepting the menopause. So there's so many other things that are attached to hair loss that when you're then going in to make a decision whether to wear a system or wear a wig, you've got to deal with all of that emotion and the acceptance of this next stage in that journey, and that can all raise its head during the consultation. The one thing that I would say is that if you are aligned with your professional, they will have the utmost patience. They will understand. They will never ever try and sell you a service. Your specialist job is to educate you and give you options. So if you have this feeling while you're in a salon chair or a clinic chair that it's now or never and you have to make the decision, walk away. Just like you would if you were buying a car, just like you would if you was anywhere else where you were making a big decision to a financial commitment. If you feel that you're being sold to, don't buy it. Don't buy it, because this is a relationship. Even if like I have a client that's buying a wig, really hurts holding your thumb. Even if I have a client that's buying a wig, it's still a relationship, because I need to know that in say 6 months, if that wig needs maintenance, they're still going to feel confident to come back to me and ask for a tweak or a change, or they might need a colour on it. If this client is somebody who's going to have alopecia in the long term, then I'll probably see them in a year or 2 years for another wig, or I might see them like they might buy a pony wig, or they might buy a summer wig and a winter wig. So whatever it is, it's a relationship. So you should never feel sold to. You should feel that you're building a relationship, and you should feel like you can trust them and that you can walk away at any time to think about that decision. A red flag personally, I mean, I know that people do this to protect themselves, the client, the stylist, but for me, like signing an excessive amount of paperwork at consultation is a no-no. Like for me, the consultation is for educational purposes. The client needs to walk away, think about what they're going to do. We might have already been like chatting beforehand, so the consultation is the last step into before they make the decision and they book their actual appointment. But at that stage, there's no way that you're signing paperwork to decide whether your photographs and things are going online, because what that can do, that can determine the way that you treat the next time that you sit in the chair. With my clients, you'll see that not many, you won't see before pictures of clients with their hair loss and their face in the same picture. That's to protect the client. If you do see anything with a client's face, it's a decision that they've made after having their experience with me in the chair. It might even be like a year after, but it's their decision. And they're asked if they mind having a picture taken, if they mind it being online, or they want it to be kept just on the file. And it's not a decision that they have to make to decide whether they're allowed to have this treatment or not. So I suppose what I'm saying is that there are lots of options. You are allowed to take your time to make a decision. You're allowed to ask as many questions as possible until you're ready to make that decision. And please do not make a decision based on panic, based on pressure, because especially with like mesh integration, IntelliMesh, any other kind of system, it is a long-term commitment. So you're committing to the stylist, they're committing to you, and it's a financial and a time commitment as well. So you need to step away sometimes and really think about whether that's the right decision. Wigs, they're a commitment financially when you first buy it, but you can obviously, that's like a one-off payment commitment financially to pay for it in the first place. So you should never feel pressured. When you have a wig and it's placed on you, trust that gut instinct. Like, I know straight away if a client's going to like be comfortable wearing a wig. So I have mesh integration clients who we try wigs on all the time, and as soon as I put it on them, they look and feel like they're wearing a wig. I have other clients who I put a wig on and they just look like so natural, it feels so easy, and they wear it with confidence. So like, trust your instinct. Like, say with some mesh integration clients, they want to try a wig as for like a break, say, or like a for whatever reason, but every time they try one on, they instantly, like, the shoulders go tight, this kind of thing, and we trust that instinct, and we're like, it's not time. And I've had, for instance, not long ago, a lady who we tried wigs on probably for about 6 months. Every time we took the system off, we tried a wig on. Absolutely no. And then just one day she came in, I could just tell, like, her body language was very different when talking about the wig. Her shoulders were relaxed. She was like, I think it's time. And we took the system on, put the wig on, and she's never ever looked back. So trust your gut when it comes to choosing a specialist. Trust your gut when it comes to choosing a wig. You can go back twice, 3 times. If you've chose the right person, you can go back as many times as you want, because they're going to understand and they're going to know that it is part of a journey. So sorry about all the waffling. It's just something that I was thinking about and something that I wanted to put out there. All right, take care everyone. Bye.